of gripe mode here. Well, as you know, I just said, I would like to have a tiny house, and I was looking at these foldable ones. And then they've got land out here that's cheap, but I looked it up, and they have a minimum square footage of 600 square foot, which is about double what the little place I'm looking at. What have all these places got against tiny houses? Why do they force you to have a bigger place if you don't want one? I don't get it, okay? I don't get it. Yeah, you can have a place out here, but it's got to be, in a lot of places it's 800 square foot minimum. And then in New Mexico, there's not a standard thing. You have to, every county, every city is different. And you go to try to look up the information and you can't find it anywhere, okay? So does that mean you have to call every single county and try to get a hold of somebody to find out what the minimum requirements are? I just think, oh my God, they make it so difficult, And then, the reason I'm looking at this one is because they're really built well. They don't, they stand up to wind. They're much more fire resistant. There's just a lot of things this has got going for it, the way that it's built and constructed. But, to comply and have one here, I'd have to get 2 units, okay? So it just went up double price-wise. And, I've seen some tiny houses that I really love online, but you look at the ones that they're being built, and, they're just horrid. Unless you have a builder and you have very specific things that you have them do, and then it's going to wind up costing probably as much as my house now does. So, you get in this round robin of craziness. You have to have a minimum square footage. You could get a mobile home, but I don't want a mobile home. They're not built well, okay? So I'm not, no, I don't want a mobile home. I've gone and looked at some of those, and they're just built so badly. So what's the answer? I don't want to have it in a where you get somebody and they let you have part of their land for a lease or whatever. Okay. It just, at this point, even just getting started, you feel a little stymied. Now, if you know a way to look up what their planning codes are, let me know, because I've been trying to, this afternoon online trying to find something, and I'm not finding anything except for New Mexico. Every county and city is different. But you can't find out any information, at least I'm not finding it online. So how do you even begin? And this is the problem with tiny houses. You either have to get it in an RV park, keep it on wheels, and have it in an RV park, or it has to be put in somebody's backyard, if you want it like on a foundation, I'm not coming up with any good answers at the moment. Okay. I was thinking they would allow it out here because they've got these, horrible mobile homes out here on land that are just atrocious. But I don't know. I don't get it. With the housing crisis and the way things are, you would think that they'd rather have something that's built well that would be there than a mobile home that's going to fall apart, sooner than later. So, what is their problem with square footage? Okay, these are not units that are mobile. They're not on wheels. They're on, you have to have a concrete or something to put them on. Now they are going to possibly make larger units and things. But of course, with the larger unit, everything goes up price-wise. So as much as I would love to have a tiny house, it's what I've always really wanted, it looks like unless they change some of the laws, you're just really stymied. This is only if you have relatives and they're going to put it in their backyard. If you live in somebody's backyard, you can have one. But if you want your own property, you're not allowed to have it. Tell me how that makes any sense, because I'm not getting it. Now, there are a few places you could have it, one of them being in Florida. Or Tennessee. There are a few places. There's only one place in Florida, Sarasota. You could have one of these there. But I don't want to live in Florida. Okay. So anyway, I'm just starting to look at this, but you just really feel between a rock and a hard place because they don't even make it easy to find out information as to where you could even have one. Okay. And then I've looked at the tiny house communities and I don't like it. I don't want to feel like I'm living in a mobile home park. Okay. I want to be able to have it out and I want to be off grid. So again, they make it really difficult to try to find out any kind of information. So again, if you know how to find out information a little easier, because I just keep feeling like I'm running into one brick wall after another, with even trying to get some kind of information as to where you could even have one. Okay. So I would appreciate it if anybody knows something. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you online.